Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I know all of our lives are full and busy, and there's many places that we could be or things that we're doing. So I appreciate either your friend said, "Hey, take a listen," or you said, "You know what? I'm really looking for a way to change my health or change my life. So I really want to check this out." So Dr. Heidi and I really appreciate you being with us today. And let me tell you, you won't be disappointed. So we're going to do quick introductions and then we'll really kick this off. So, Dr. Heidi, I'm going to first pass it to you to do a little intro.
Well, thanks, Kelly. Thanks, everybody, for showing up and being here today. We're excited to do this for you. I'm Heidi Iratcabal. My voice is a little weird, but bear with me. I'm an ND. I'm also certified in functional medicine from the Institute of Functional Medicine. I've been practicing for about 30 years. Um, I come into health and wellness from an athletic background, always looking for a better meal plan, a better recovery routine, just to improve my performance. What can I do? What can I take? And through the years of testing on myself, basically, I was my own guinea pig and using my performance as a change. When I moved to Europe and I was professional bicycle racing with the world champion, she really had us include a lot of different modalities, nutraceuticals, changed our diet, the use of acupuncture, homeopathy, all these different modalities that made such an impact on my performance, on my vitality, on my mindset, on my life, that I thought to myself, when I retire, I want to bring this to as many people as I can because everyone should feel this empowered, this vital, just by changing their diet and lifestyle. That it's doable, so key things that can happen to really change the trajectory of your health journey. And that's what Kelly and I got together. We love to do with people, for people, etc.
Oh my gosh, Heidi, thank you. And maybe just share with them, you now practicing for so many years, obviously you had access to so many different companies, so many different products. You've used them all. You've seen a lot of like changes, results, what works, what doesn't, clean products, not so clean products. So about 4 or 5 years ago, why did you say yes to LifeVantage of what we're about to share with people and the whole message of activation? What made you say yes?
What made me say yes was really the science. I'm kind of just because of the training that I had with functional medicine, we're all about the science. Does the science ring true and is it repeatable? And that's what really rang true for me with saying yes to NRF2, Protandim, LifeVantage, because their products were repeatable. The results were repeatable every single time. And this is how you have to get a patent. Every single time, it reduced oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. And it was that repeatability that really convinced me to say, this is something. And turning on an NRF2 pathway, knowing what that pathway does in terms of turning on other genes at a gene level, getting our own body to do what it should do normally and making it do it optimally with this nutraceutical with Protandim, that really shifted my mindset and shifted my idea that now I employ it in my practice often. I mean, pretty much you walk through the door, I'm going to hand you a Protandim and other products from LifeVantage because they're repeatable, they're clean, they say what they're going to do, and I just love them.
Oh my gosh, Heidi, I absolutely love that, you guys. So we're going to jump right in. But if for those of you that don't know me, my name is Kellie Lupsha. I've been a physical therapist for 30 years and specializing in the recovery of neurological disorders. But over the past 10 years, as I went from my 40s into my 50s, I realized that I needed to take wellness, my well-being, and into longevity very seriously so that I didn't end up with diseases and illness because we're all walking around in a state of dis-ease, some of us a little, some of us a lot. And I just knew that if I didn't make changes, my dis-ease would turn into disease even faster. So the technology Heidi is sharing about NRF2 science and this company and the products are all about longevity, healing at root cause, not having to take millions of supplements of just trying to patch holes, but really getting to the most upstream approach in healing pathways, processes inside of us to heal. And the body is really that smart and it can do that if given the right recipe, per se. Yes. So we're going to jump right in. Give me just a minute. I'm going to share screens and I will make it a little bigger so that everybody can see a little better. And away we go. So again, this is Dr. Heidi and myself. We are presenting the science to a better life, really a new model for health and for income. So the company we're speaking about specifically, we are introducing LifeVantage, the activation company. We are no longer waiting for the future of health. We are activating our future of health. And why is it important absolutely right now? Like, it's a busy time, it's holiday, it's like, oh, I don't know, I could be doing a million things. Timing is everything. And why LifeVantage, why now? Is because what I'm about to show you is the world is taking a look at who is this company leading the way of activation in the nutrigenomics space. There are thousands of supplement companies, and there's thousands of other companies you could partner with, honestly. But why LifeVantage? Well, we are a debt-free company that has just acquired another company with category creating products we're going to share. They 2 years ago said, listen, we see what's coming down in the direct selling field. We want to be the leader. We want to go all in. We want to be able to say, hey, if you want something as a side gig or you just want to share this with people, you can come in and be an affiliate, just like you can with so many other products. But on the flip side, if you want to build a big business to create leverage, we want to pay you really well. And really, the more you work, the more you get paid. So we are leading this charge where others may be changing or even going out of business. LifeVantage has said we're doubling down on what we have to offer you today. We started on ABC News. This is where Dr. Heidi was saying, yes, on national television back in 2005, they were able to show that they could repeatedly prove that by taking Protandim Nerve 2, you could reduce that oxidative stress, that rusting of the cells. You're going to see that universities around the world, they saw that and they were like, what? How can we get our hands on this product? Because we're studying the link of oxidative stress, that aging of our cells, linking to so many diseases. But back then and even today, there is no other answer out there for reducing oxidative stress, which is like 20 years and still no one's been able to come up with something, whether it's been a nutraceutical or pharmaceutical, nothing. So we've been in Newsweek. They're really talking about like this is the modern lifestyle of where we're going and that the body is capable of repairing. We were, in again in investments reports and collaborating a second time in Newsweek, talking about why are our products revolutionary, truly capturing the attention of investors all around the world. This is the latest acquisition. We were on the net. We are on the Nasdaq. Our ticker is LFVN. We just acquired a company called LoveBiome, and that got the attention. And literally, we were in Times Square, plastered all over, really saying that we've acquired this company. And why is that important and why is that exciting? It's because the microbiome space, the gut health and wellness space, is not only leading in the nutraceutical space as far as dollars right now, but where research is going and where the gut microbiome space is projected to go is unbelievable because finally everybody is really realizing what Hippocrates said years ago about all disease starts in the gut. They're finally like, oh, all disease starts in the gut. So if we can not only give the gut a support, but if we can really regulate it, repair it, restore it at all levels, then health can be radically different. So we are evolving in the industry. Both Heidi and I have had practices, and if we don't have our hands on a client working, we're not getting paid. And we could choose many companies to endorse their products or their things or their services, but we chose this because of what Heidi started with, of the science, the research, the patent, the results. So with this, I'm just putting this out there from a business standpoint. Each and every one of us, our time is very valuable. And neither Heidi nor I or all of you want to actually invest your time in something that's not going to pay you. And whether you're looking to get paid a little bit more, replace your full-time income, this is a publicly traded company, so you can know exactly where every dollar of this company is being spent. We are currently a debt-free company. And let me tell you, after 11 years of being with this company, I've gotten paid every single month, if not early, every single month. And this is just what's possible. Maybe you want to come in and make a little bit of money here, $316 a month because you just have a few customers. Maybe you want to build a small business making about $1,700 a month. That's somebody that's moving about 10,000 in sales volume. If you were working for a company, even 10,000 a month in sales volume is not that much. Maybe you want to look at building a full-time income, which you have that you can do. I mean, if you were making almost 14,000 or almost $15,000 a month, that's a full-time income pretty much anywhere around the United States or the world. And for most people, that's life-changing money. So I just want to tell you that that's possible. And then before we get into the science, you guys, what I really want to let you guys know is Heidi and I talk about all the time. If it's not fun, I don't want a part of it. Right, Heidi?
Exactly.
We're like, no, thank you. And
All work
so
and no play is no good.
is no good. So we have so much fun helping people get healthier because honestly, the gift of health is the best thing that you can do. But at the same time, when you can actually do this and the company pays you to travel, and whether we just got back from Alaska, whether it's the Dominican Republic, whether it's Croatia, whether it's South Africa, I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. And I have a feeling that for most of you working at a hospital, for another institution, even if it's for yourself, no one's paying you to go on trips. So we're having a ton of fun. So the slogan of LifeVantage is we take it to make it. Instead of taking it to fill a deficiency, we take it to get our body to make a process or antioxidants or enzymes or pathways for better health. You can see that we have a handful of products. Today, we are only going to highlight a few because we want you to understand that the core value of the company is to get your body to make the things it was designed to make. So, this is really where we started. And Heidi, I know your voice is a little bit rough, so I'll jump in when you can't, but maybe you can just get us started because this is what you saw and said yes from this ABC News report I referred to.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard about it and when this ABC News report came out. And while it was really interesting at the time, it almost seemed too good to be true. But when you look at the statistics, when you look at the research, there isn't anything out there like that. Dr. Joe McCord, who is a researcher and award-winning scientist, he found the SOD molecule, superoxide dismutase, which the discovery of that launched a whole slew of other researchers on how we can get that activated, how we can get what it does, what it turns on, and how it reduces inflammation and oxidative stress. In fact, there's and Kelly, you can remind me the McCord is how they're measured.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Molecules are now measured in McCords after Dr. McCord because this discovery was so profound, and it continues to be profound in all the research with nutraceuticals. But this is where it showed up, and so he went in and said, "How can I get this activated?" and did that research and came up with Protandim.
That's
And go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, honestly, it was so far before its time because he was formulating this thinking he was just gonna upregulate SOD. He in turn upregulated catalase. And you guys, you don't need to know go take a glutathione supplement or even a precursor. This actually upregulates your own body's production of glutathione by up to 300%. So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, it's profound, right?
It's profound. And where what he started with his intention blew up into something much bigger, far-reaching, and beneficial to the whole body. And when we want to
Absolutely.
say what is oxidative stress, well, I love this picture of an apple. When you leave an apple out in the air, it starts to brown. That's oxidative stress. It's getting oxidized. And you think about if it's happening there, how is oxidative stress causing damage within my cells, my tissues, and my body? Which is why we are made, our genetics are set up to that NRF2 pathway to turn on and turn on other genes that reduce oxidative stress so that we don't rapidly age and live a long and wonderful life. So we have to reduce that oxidative stress because that leads to all disease. But through traumas, through chemical exposures, through viruses, bacterias, our body, and aging, just natural aging, we lose our ability to have that gene turn on. And this is where Protandim and the NRF2 activation comes in. It's not a supplement, it actually activates and pulls that lever to have the genes that are designed for us to turn on and reduce that oxidative stress.
Heidi, I know we talk so much about, lifestyle and diet affect your genes, right? It's not the fate of your genes, but it's what we're doing to turn those genes on or off. So when
Mhm.
you talk about Protandim Nerve 2 regulating gene expression, just let the audience understand what that means in terms of keeping your good genes on and off.
Yeah. So when they, you know, discovered the microbiome, the genome, and they really went into intentionally thinking they would find, aha, the gene that caused cancer, aha, the gene that caused this. And what they really found was that our genes are constantly shifting based on our diet and lifestyle. And that diet and lifestyle, in fact, 85%, the CDC says 85% of diseases can be cured by diet and lifestyle changes. And so that the gene, and go back to your question, Kelly, to make sure I'm answering it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so the audience understands, like, what does it mean to like Protandim activates our genes? Like, what does that mean and why does that
Yeah.
even matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have this gene, we all have that gene, that NRF2 gene. We have a lot of genes in common. We're different by 1%, but how they turn on and off is our diet and lifestyle. And turning on that NRF2 gene, what we do know and we can name like over 500 other genes that reduce oxidative stress, help us detox, and reduce inflammation. But in actuality, it's a transcriptor that can actually reach over 2,000 different genes that we all carry to reduce oxidative stress, reduce inflammation, and help us to detox.
I mean, that's pretty profound because everybody I want the detox protocol. I want the protocol for, to reduce inflammation. I want this. So instead of needing so much, you could have one product that affects so many different things.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
absolutely.
I kind of tell people like if you have a piano, which we have had, right, in my family's house, and you go to sit down to play it today, it does not sound very good because it has not been tuned in a really long time. And so somebody needs to come and tune that piano. This per tandem NRF2 basically goes in and does that to our genes. It tunes our genes so they're optimal.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Go ahead.
And this is just like a synopsis. I think we've all been known our whole lives to take our dietary antioxidants because antioxidants are good for us, and that's all we've really known. But what has been fascinating to find out is your good guys of your antioxidants fight your bad guys, your free radicals at a ratio of 1 to 1, and that equation is done. So what we're currently doing isn't really making a dent or helping us reduce that free radical damage that leads to disease. But when you take Protandim, one pill of Protandim now starts neutralizing over 1 million free radicals per second every single second. That's how powerful it is. So if you see the graph on the right, we get oxidative stress as we age and as we're exposed to everything bad in the world. Without Protandim, you see that red line of that oxidative stress, you hit 20 and it just goes up and up and up and up as we age. After Protandim, that oxidative stress in your blood, you can no longer distinguish the difference between an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old in your blood. That is like, oh my goodness gracious, when we think about oxidative stress leads to disease, well, let me just reduce my risk of disease, right, Heidi? Like, great.
Right. Yeah, when you think about oxidative stress, and this next slide we'll talk about it. What do you mean? Where does it affect? It affects just about every single area in your body, your heart, vasculature, skin, kidneys, joints, lung, brain, immune system, blood vessels, multiple organs, and eyes. They're oxidative damage, and that's where the genes show up. It's like, where does it show up for you? Is it going to be cardiovascular issues? Will it be diabetes? Will it be heart disease is still the #1 killer of men and women out there. If we can reduce oxidative stress, we reduce all cause disease. It's pretty profound, and there's nothing else out there like it.
Oh my God, you guys, that's why we're so excited. And that's why we're like, don't wait. You don't need to go do a million tests and a million protocols. Start here. And I love this slide because it's like, would you like this? Or would you like this? And don't get me wrong, Heidi and I have a few other of our favorite supplements that we need, right? If you're not taking your omegas, if you're not taking your vitamin D, then you still need a few other things. But in general, you don't need to have a counter full. And I think, Heidi, this is what got you so excited is when you saw all of this research, it was like, wow.
Yeah. What was really impressive is that when you see these studies, especially by the other universities, a lot of them went into their studies. They're third party. Nobody asked them to do them. LifeVantage didn't say, "Hey, you want to test them?" They said, "No, no, no. These people are making claims, and we're going to show that that's wrong." And what was really great is that they all had to sit back and go, huh, it really does do what it says it's supposed to do. And admitted that this is probably one of the greatest discoveries. I think it was University of Washington saying this is probably one of the greatest discoveries in our modern time. So not nutraceuticals don't get this kind of attention. They get a lot of attention if there's a lot of advertising, but they don't have the advertisers. And this got this much attention because it was so profound that third party institutions did studies on their own. Really impressive. And it's just not normally done.
Yeah. And Heidi, if I can just say, my husband and I, when we said yes and saw this, we were like, oh my goodness. And for those of you like, well, what does all of that research mean? If I can just highlight two for you, one of them, it was talking about bypass surgery. And a cardiac surgeon, they were asking him, why are you so excited about Protandim? And he said, if I go in and do a bypass on somebody, pretty much guaranteed 10 years later, they're going to be back in my office, time for another bypass. That's just the way it works. It starts failing. He said, after this study, it literally kept the vessels in perfect condition. And if this is really true and holds true, after bypass surgery, they will no longer need a revision. Like that was so profound. A second one was looking at the link of oxidative stress and melanoma skin cancer. So these are all very different things people were looking at. And what they found was by taking Protandim Nerve 2, it broke the link to melanoma skin cancer by over 50% in multiplicity of size and number of tumors. You don't, this isn't just by accident. And so that's what's really exciting is what is oxidative stress linked to? It's linked to everything. Everything. And this is what you were referring to, Heidi, right? This is the study from Washington State University
Yeah.
that they said that NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic, a most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. And I think that's why every single one of us says, if I can only take one product on a desert island, I'm taking Protandim Nerve 2.
I'm tucking that in my pocket and going, right?
Tucking that in my pocket. So I hope already the science of activation and turning on our genes has got you excited. No longer do you need to go to Amazon or Walmart or Costco or Trader Joe's and say, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed with the shelves. What do I need? You need to activate your genes. But let's pair it with a few things because Heidi, I love the fact that LifeVantage doesn't just say, let's have one product. It's let's have one product with a few other products that when you take them together in synergy, we have incredible things happen. So let's start with the Healthy Edge Stack and share with people this brand new product called P84 that's activating genes in our gut.
Yeah, so P84, I'm really, really excited about P84 and the synergy that it can create with the NRF2 activation. Um, because the P84 has your prebiotics, your probiotics, your postbiotics, all the micronutrients that our microbiome needs. Now, when you think about you think about your health, you have to think about your genes, but you also have to think about your microbiome because the gene set is really dependent on how healthy your microbiome is. And this is why the synergy of the two is so exciting to think about how the outcomes of people's health can just taking these two products could have because you're feeding your microbiome. And think about this, your microbes, your microbiome outnumbers our own human cells by 150 to 1. So it's their vast second genome that's within us that helps all of the genes regulate. And so the power of the microbiome with the NRF2 regulating genes is it's just profound. And but we have to feed those microbiomes, those good bugs, all the good things, the micronutrients, and that's what this P84 does. Has all the fruits and fruits and then all the veggies. You mix them in a powder together. These will provide the fuel and the food basically for that microbiome to be robust, to produce the peptides that everyone's so excited about, right? Our body has the power to produce
Mm.
the peptides. Um, and that it's that genome that helps us do it. The peptides are to heal our gut lining, to reduce inflammation, to make our mucosal, our immune system fire appropriately. This is the Healthy Edge stack that I highly recommend everyone start with. It is profound.
And Heidi, I was moving forward, but apparently the slides were not there because when they did all of the research, and there's more research coming, which I love that they're never stopping to do the research. But in the initial research, they found 14 peptides in the gut that they activated. And in that, there was a series of three different types of genes, meaning genes that regulated the gut, genes that repair the gut, and genes that restore in the gut. So maybe you can just speak to that I don't think people really understand. Our body makes peptides. All the talk of the town is everybody taking peptides, which is great. However, there's actually ways to support the body, and if we can clean up the gut, therefore the peptides we make are better and anything else we do are better. So maybe you can just speak on those gut peptides.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we were put on this planet with everything we need. We have the ability to make everything, to produce everything, to have a good, healthy life. It's through poor diet, lifestyle choices that we lose that ability or that efficiency. And our microbiome typically will make the peptides that GLP-1, GLP-2. So all the peptides that people are taking to lose weight, we actually can produce those. LifeVantage is, I think, one of the first companies to come out with a nutraceutical system, their mind body. We haven't gone over that yet, but to actually activate that GLP-1 specifically. But now with the P84, we're getting the GLP-1, we're getting the GLP-2, we're getting onculins, occludins. These are all very specific peptides to help with gut lining, gut repair, gut inflammation, mucigens, peptides. So while we think we can get a replacement for peptides, let's start with just improving our ability to make our own peptides. And we make peptides for everything: neurotransmitters, hormones, repair, restoration, energy, mitochondria. So everything is produced by supporting that microbiome, turning on that NRF2 gene.
Oh my gosh, that's great. So you guys, this is probably one of our, if you're going to start somewhere, it's like this would be the place to start. Get your NRF2 activated and let's heal your gut. And then from there, we say, let's then take a look at what's next. But I will tell you, the second stack that we're going to talk about is a really close second. It's called the Healthy Glow Stack. And now we're talking about the Protandim Nerve 2 alongside of our liquid collagen. And some people think, Heidi, that all collagen is the same, whatever. But this really should be in a class of its own because, like LifeVantage says, every one of our products is you take it to make it. So knowing that has the ability to make our own collagen again, like that's incredible. So just share a little bit more about maybe why you love the liquid collagen.
Yeah, I adore this liquid collagen. Number one, it tastes really good. And number two, it actually activates all the peptides, all the different peptides in our body. Meaning, if we take it, it actually does what it says. It helps all the other collagens do. I think only better. And supporting the skin, the hair, the nails. What is unique about this product is that when you take it, it actually activates the gene set that makes collagen in our body, that remodels our bones in our body, that supports our organ systems. Collagen is profound in its in our need for it and the use of it in supporting our bones, supporting organ systems, not just our hair and how we look and skin, but skin and hair is a reflection of what our collagen is doing on the inside. This is unique because it helps our body not only we get it straight away, but we turn on that gene that makes it more efficiently.
Oh, I love that. And so, in case you guys don't know, we have been talking about that LifeVantage does research, proves things, and it patents things. And sometimes things are patented individually, and sometimes they also go after and patent them as a group. This is one that has been out there patent as a group because if you have two different products, you might think like, oh, you're going to get the benefits of one plus the benefits of the other. Great. But if you see even more benefit that you don't see of either product by itself, that's very unique. So these two products you're seeing together, why they're so special is they're patented as a group together because when you take them, you get activation of an entire set of genes that there is no other product on the market that is activating your body's cellular stress defense mechanism. And what does that mean for most of you guys? Just know we live in a crazy world that most of us are in constant fight or flight and our nervous system is on alert and people are leading to chronic disease, autoimmune, cancer, so many different things more than ever before because our body goes on attack to heal something and then it should go back on retreat waiting for the next quote attack. But our body is so revved up, we're never allowing it to go back to reset. So when it stays on high alert, then it starts self perpetuating, and therefore it can then start damaging itself, turning into any of those things that we don't want. When you take these two together, it takes that whole gene set and says, okay, you did your job. Thank you very much. Let's come back and rest and let's wait for the body's next attack. I can't tell you what people have felt in this from their physical health, their mental health, their aches and pains, and so much more.
Yeah, it truly is unique in the combination of it. But what also is unique about LifeVantage as a company that I have to just say how impressed I am with them is I've not encountered another nutraceutical company, and I get to encounter a lot of really good companies that actually do research on creating synergy from one product to the next. And not just put out a product because, oh, it's good for this, but they think ahead and they think about what combination can we make to make it simple and effective, and can we repeat those results over and over? That's the synergy, that's the science, and that is so unique for a nutraceutical company because the cost of doing that is profound. But they are committed to doing this. They've always been committed to doing it this way. And that gives me so much reassurance as a provider and as a consumer.
Absolutely. And this is just, if you're just taking the collagen, you can just see in this clinical study within 8 weeks, there's 100% increase in collagen density. I mean, that's just incredible. And here's just some of the genes. We won't spend time going over the genes today, but here's what's happening on the outside. And so if we see these changes on the outside, then as Heidi was saying, we know it's happening on the inside to our blood vessels, to our gut lining, our brain lining, our fascia, our joints. This is just absolutely incredible. So I think we've already talked about what this means for our body's cellular stress system, you guys, is I mean, I'll just never stop taking it. It's just that great. So let's go into our third kind of stack that we're going to talk about and we'll really wrap this up. But this is what Heidi was referring to in having something that our body can make our own peptide of GLP-1 with this mind body system.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, their mind-body system that they created um, is proven to activate the GLP-1. By doing so, it helps with food noise. This is one of the most profound things and reports that I get back from a lot of my clients. Is just say, you know, the food noise reduction is amazing. And just by reducing that food noise, we can make better choices. We can make better decisions about what I'm going to eat. We're not just grabbing comfort food, high sugar content. This really helps with that. The ingredients in this also feeds our microbiome. The MB Enhance helps to feed our microbiome in a fiber and gives us fiber in a way that it's clean and it's effective, slows down transit time, so we get the benefits of that GLP-1 production. But this system is really unique because it is repeatable and it activates that GLP-1 to help with weight loss, satiety, food noise. Sleep is another benefit that a lot of people talk about when they start on this as well, that they're sleeping better, they have better energy.
And you guys, as always, as LifeVantage says, well, if we just look at the mind body system, what does it do? But now, if we look at the mind body system with Protandim Nerve 2, what does it do? And this now, that added benefit helps protect all of our organ health. So I will say, all over, right, social media or wherever you're kind of paying attention these days, GLP-1 is out there. But the big talk now is, besides weight loss, what is the number one other things that people get benefit from? And really, it's overall metabolic health, which is leading to overall longevity. So here's just a couple pictures of people's journeys. Again, this is really about if you can activate the metabolic health, you can turn this on, the body can just ultimately work better. Some people lose inches, some people lost a lot of weight. It really just is very variable. But what I do love is people that were on this system, no one who was losing weight lost any muscle mass. And when we're talking about metabolic health, I mean, these are some pretty staggering statistics of people's cholesterol going down, cortisol down, A1C down, insulin and glucose, people with deeper sleep, people with, total triglycerides going down. They're losing inches overall. So it's just exciting that we have a way. And, what I say is there's so many things that we can do to benefit our health. You pick where you're really focused on. So we're really leading the industry of activation. If supplementation were the end all be all, we would all be feeling so much better. But it's really failed us at the root cause level. And so now we have products to flip the switch at the level of our genes. This is just a sampling of all the products that the company has. Today, we're not taking a deeper dive, but I just want to end again with reminding you who you are and what does it look like to either become a customer with us or share this message. We don't have very many opportunities in our life that something comes along that has the ability to change our life forever. And this is one of them right now. If you want your health changed forever or your finances changed forever, say yes today. Again, we're debt free. We've sold over 2 billion in products. We're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We have a lot of things happening, but where we need, because you probably are said like, well, why haven't I ever heard of it, right? We need more voices to spread the word and the story of activation. This is where most of us sit. Most of us sit as this employee, right? We're on the wheel of somebody else's wheel, yelling at us all day long. Maybe we're self-employed and whoo, I've been there, Heidi's there, and it's our own wheel over and over and over again, never getting ahead. What LifeVantage does, it allows all of us to create an economic engine that even when we step away, when we're not there working, the engine turns without us being a part of it. If we are not having 2 and 3 and 4, and now they're saying 8 or 9 or 10 different streams of income, you need to find another way. We're offering you a beautiful way that even though you're in business for yourself, you're not in business by yourself, to create an economic engine helping people with their health. So you decide how much time. People check out online. You never touch the product. We help you with education. It's $49 a year to run your business. You plug into education, and that's it. So get started today. Whoever invited you to take a look at this, say, I want to start on this pack, or I want to get involved as a consultant and to be able to do the same. I want these for my health, my family's health, my community's health. And really, I want to build a business on this with these amazing people. So thank you absolutely so much. Anything of closing words, Heidi, you want to end with everybody?
No, I mean, when we talk about these products and sharing it, you're going to talk about the products. If you start taking them and see how you feel, you're going to start talking about them. So you might as well join and bring health and wellness to people. And everyone's always looking for a little extra money in a business, get a side hustle, get a side dream. But this is the avenue to do that and really help people. This is why I love it, because the heart of this program is to help people achieve wellness in their journey.
Thank you, Heidi. And honestly, I think so many of us out there, like our goal is just to help others. And for me as a practitioner, I just wanted to be able to help others get better faster. I had no idea at the time I got involved this would turn into a full-time income for me. And such a blessing that it's given us choices now in our life to be able to have a full-time income and do it honestly from my phone. And so you guys have that ability too. There's no cap. As hard as you want to work, as much as you want to work, as much as money as you want to make. I love that you can decide what you want to do with this business of how far you want to take it. So thanks everybody for being here. Get back to whoever invited you with future questions and how to get involved today.
Thank you so much.
Bye
Bye-bye. Be well.
everyone.